Welcome to episode 499 of Fourth and Jawn. I am Gail Saunders here with Evan Hollywood Hearn, Mr. Primo, aka Prime, and Tim Kincaid in the building. Obviously, we're a little high on the ring ceremony. I think if anyone was a real one, you were texting your friends, you were trying to like, hey, did you see the ring yet? I'm seeing pictures of the players yet. I don't know if they. I don't know when the ring is coming out. They look great in their outfits. You know, they're looking like they're at the ESPYS, or they look at the Emmys or something. But people were excited to see the ring. And normally, I mean, any Eagle fan back in the day when you didn't have rings, you were excited, about the talk of rings. Now the fact that we have not one, but we have two rings to the mix. I mean, there's the big brother is now the little brother is a little bit bigger than the big brother. I mean, they're beautiful rings. I mean, I think I'm not even saying this as an Eagle fan. Just I know we're all biased. But this is the best goddamn ring I have ever seen created. I think any of your friends have probably been hitting you up with some DMs. If they're, I know Prime Loops a Cowboy fan. I know I've got some spicy DMs from friends that are a little jealous, but the ring is just, I mean, it's too gorgeous, man. There's nothing you can say about this ring that hasn't been said yet. But I think the show is all about the ring. Obviously, we're talking about the ring. I mean, Evan, are you geeking and excited about this ring, or is it just me?
It's the thing that you pursue, all season long. This is the one thing that you're going after, and when you finally get to see the fruits of your team's labor, it's a glorious thing to see. I mean, this ring is insane. I mean, definitely, I would say the best championship ring I've ever seen. Of course, it's biased. However, I think it is a fit ring for the best championship team that I have ever seen. That was the most complete roster, most dominant on whether the offensive, defensive side of the ball. It was an unbelievable team. There was just superstars at every position, and I think that ring is a representation of just how special that team was. So I love it.
You love it. Did you cry?
No.
Okay, if you did, we're all friendly. Prime, I know Prime. You might have teared up a little bit, choked up.
You muted, Primo.
He's so choked up he can't. He's
So
a man.
my bad.
Right now.
Yeah, I was very excited that day. I think I was the first one to text y'all first thing in the morning when I got up and was like, "Yo, fellas, it's ring day, man." Waiting patiently. I had a feel. I thought maybe somebody was going to go ahead and drop, some hints of what the ring was going to go ahead and look like. So I mean, yeah, I was on Instagram throughout the day. But then I just waited patiently when I saw that the guys were just getting to the facility and getting ready to go ahead and enjoy themselves, following Jake Elliott going live a few times with the special teams team, with the special teams crew, all at his house, or I think they were at somebody's house all together, which was pretty cool. They all went to the event, and then I figured by like 10:30 that thing was gonna go ahead and drop, and I mean, long and behold, yeah, when that thing dropped, I lost my mind, man. I lost my mind. I was like, the whiteys, what I mean, like Reed and Cooper, like their reaction. I lost my shit, man. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And then when the wings popped out, I was like, yo, what the, like, I gotta say, man, it's gonna sound biased regardless. I really don't care, but yo, when you got your own brother who's a Dallas Cowboys fan texting you and saying, yo, that's a hot ass ring. That's a hot ass ring. I mean? One of the best. So I kept that text. I mean? I saved that boy because, I'm like, yeah, you ain't going to see nothing like that. So, I mean? If you want to go ahead and ride the wave over here, I'll let you enjoy the moment because that's a bad boy right there. So, yeah.
Now, Tim, I know you did a video on Instagram. So if you haven't seen Tim's live reaction. You can check it out on Instagram. Man's going a little viral.
Yeah,
How you
yeah,
feeling?
I got a little bit of. It was great. I got a little bit of flack, obviously, because I obviously the haters. You know what I'm saying? The haters are gonna hate, but when the ring do, like, what is it called? Do the Lamborghini doors when it opens up like that, like the Batmobile. Come
The
on,
butterfly
son. Like
doors.
I had, those suicide doors. Stunting is a habit.
Butterfly.
You know what I'm saying? That's yeah. Like you had to say it. As soon as you put it on, stunting is a habit. My favorite video from the whole thing. Shout out to CJ Gardner-Johnson. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see he did the sit down with Ryan Clark and the fellas, rest of the fellas, Fred Taylor. And it seemed like, yes, he was hurt, but he was a man about it. And what I really liked about is he apologized. He definitely said I was hurt, and what he said about Lane Johnson. And then he comes back, he puts the ring on, and then they pop out the wings. And I think it was him and Eli Ricks, and they do it was hilarious. So, man, and just to see the guys' enjoyment in their face with the ring, that's just masterpiece.
Now, I mean, I think just watching the players, because you saw Devontae Smith, you saw
That was mine.
AJ Brown, kind of like talk, and Barkley actually talked about that the winning of a Super Bowl, and actually, that they felt a certain way. And I was kind of, not that I was like, they're all competitors, right? But it was like the climb up the mountain was almost as much more enjoyable than them actually winning the Super Bowl. Like after, like I won a Super Bowl. Now what? But to see them kind of bask in the glory of the ring, like I saw, now they're all talking about getting back to get another one, and I feel like Devontae had a little moment, like he was about to drop a tear. So I feel like they know what it takes to win one. Now
He definitely does.
Crazy.
I mean, all three of those guys right there, that is the trio that Howie Roseman assembled that made this all possible. I mean, the fact that how many years, even ragged on by us at certain times, did Howie Roseman, just catch flack. Oh, you missed Jalen Reagor. That was a huge miss. All that. If you end up getting Justin Jefferson, who knows how the rest of the roster fills out, but you definitely don't end up with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. And I know that resulted in a Super Bowl. So, God works in mysterious ways, but we got ourselves to the finish line, and that's all that matters.
It's also
Primo, it's like what you say, Primo. Autobots!
No, but it is nice seeing
what I mean?
Younger players actually. I mean, we all know we have young players on this roster, right? But it's like to see the effect that they've had on this roster to make it a Super Bowl roster and the roles that they played. Like, I'm talking like the Jalen Hunts of the world. Like no one had that on their bingo card for, players who were going to have a crazy Super Bowl. But just Quinion and Cooper DeJean, I think just knowing that we have young guys who have been here that know what it takes. I mean, this jacket right here, how fire is this jacket?
It's very fire, man. I mean, definitely. Look, the thing is like you said, man, just seeing all that talent in that room and then enjoying the moment. It feels good to see these boys, interacting the way they're doing and building off of it. Like I heard what AJ said, I heard what Devontae said. I mean, I think the one that really sits with me, it was like, we know how hard it's going to be, but we need to do this again. Like I love to hear that, man. Like that's what the hell I'm talking about. Like I was screaming at the phone, like, yes, let's get to work. Go get me another one. Like this is probably one of the hottest rings I've ever seen. But wait till next year's ring. It's going to be even crazier. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what I love to see. I saw Jalen Hunt up in there as well. I saw some of the guys that are going to be filling in the roles, this upcoming season, the people we ended up letting go. And that's why I'm confident. I'm even more confident now of the moves that we made, and the decisions we made. So, the dots are going to end up connecting again, man. And we are going to be that team to beat. So I'm ready to get to work. We are 4 days away from these boys reporting to camp, starting it up again. Like, yo, the hype is getting there, man.
I got to be honest. I saw Lane Johnson and that beard. I was like, this man's been doing nothing but just working. The beard is looking chaotic right now, and that's kind of exactly how I want my my right tackle to be looking. Like he's ready for the next one.
Yeah, and shout out to the ladies, man. Ladies came out stunting as well. You know, looking nice on the gentleman's arm. Most definitely though. BG, I was really shocked to see him dressed the way he was dressed. He was sharp, but I was expecting him to wear a suit. He had the taco meat out and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was very notable. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, shout out to him. I love from the comparison from the first ring to the second ring and how big it is. And I definitely, so there you go, right there. Like, good Lord. You know what's really kills me though, and everybody was talking about my video was like, oh, the Rams got the nicest one, and I was like, so you open up the top and it's a football field. That's better than
I thought that one was weird, dude. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was pretty cool, but yo, the wings. I mean, like, I honestly thought we were gonna go down that route. I really did, but I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we ended up doing something totally different, totally mind-blowing, and you know what I mean, totally opposite of what anybody was, thinking we were going to go ahead and do. And just and not only that, the saying in the wings was like the icing on the top, man. Like I love that as well. That was cool as shit. So
I do have a question though, Gail. Gail, do you press the button twice or you just press the button once?
Once, I believe.
Honestly, I don't know. I've seen a couple people like struggle. I don't know if it's set for the two wings or if it's set. I don't know.
Yeah, but some people might have been drunk,
right? Because I see.
Yeah.
True, very true. But I did see a couple guys they pressed the button one time and the one wing came out and then the other, they were like, I'm like, hey, don't break it. You just got it the first night now. Damn.
Like, don't break it. I mean, and then some people were like Jaylen ain't even wearing his ring. I'm like, bro, he's probably.
Oh my god, bro!
Man, I know the people really trying to build off.
He probably wore the ring. I mean, there's a great picture of the MVP's ring. I like Hurts' ring. Has a nice MVP on there. I mean, I think the coolest feature obviously is the wings coming out. I think that's superb. I think if you look at some of these breakdowns here,
the diamonds, man. Everything is diamonds.
149. Well, no, I'm sorry, 145, right? Because that's how many points they score throughout the whole playoffs, right? So it's 145 diamonds in it. That's crazy work, D. Crazy work.
So looking at the rings here, they said every ring features the player's name, signature, a lasting symbol of that of their achievement. They have 18 green stones encircled on the top, honoring the Eagles' NFL record-tying 18 combined victories in the regular season playoffs, which is cool. The Brazilian flag, for shout out to all my Brazilian Eagle fans, you are out there. I think that's a cool touch right there. The Brazilian flag is engraved inside the ring, honors the team's season opener at Sao Paulo. Beneath it are Sirianni's values, which I think are also, is something that was echoed all through the season. Tough, detailed together. And then it says the 145, like you said, Tim, engraved inside are all the playoff scores along with the 145, an NFL record for the most points scored in a playoff run on the way to Superbowl LIX. Yes, we dropped how much against Chiefs and how much against the Commanders?
95 altogether.
It was like 95 between the two of them, right?
Ev, you want to read this one?
I got you. The live button is blocking the one part, but
I got you.
Special feature button underscore the 5 Eagles who scored points in the Super Bowl: Jaylen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Cooper DeJean, and Jake Elliott. You got a 1 carat marquee shaped diamond for the trophies. Both Eagles, number one total defense and rushing offense that set a record for rushing yards. They were 0.9 carats of diamonds on the wings that represent the combined 6 sacks and 3 turnovers by the Eagles in the Super Bowl. The wings with a hidden message that reveal the message, you can't be great without the greatness of others. And the 40 points of 40 points of diamonds in world champions, that stands for the 40 points scored by the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So obviously a lot of symbolism put in all the numbers here, but this thing is freaking ridiculous, dude.
I mean,
I will say the obvious thing is the size difference between the first and the second one. But did you guys find it odd that the green was a little bit different as well?
in this ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, the green is a little darker.
Yeah. It's like a bluer green, kind of.
Maybe touch off. I mean, it gets blue. Trying to customize like some Eagles shoes. I always grab different Eagles merch, and they change different, like the jerseys from this year versus 2 years ago are a little different.
Yeah,
a little bluer.
Yeah, yo, do you remember? Do you remember in 20
material was?
True, but do you remember in 2010 with Chip Kelly's season? We started off like 3 games that Nike, because Nike took it over the contract over Reebok, and they couldn't match the green, so we were playing in white jerseys for the first 3 games. That's how hard it is to match the midnight green Eagles.
Yeah,
it's that hard.
Come see me. I got you.
Oh, come on, son. He's got
the combo.
Yeah. I got a whole jar downstairs. All right, it's taken.
Hey, but who gave you that secret recipe though? Who gave that secret recipe?
Your recipe was wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
You got yours from YouTube. This was from experience. I had to mix.
Homemade.
First of all, you gotta put a little bit of blue in it. You gotta put a little blue in it.
It's a perfect match, okay? It was not,
and I had to start it. But I had to start it off. This trial and error with this. It's trial and error. It's hard. Shoot, Nike had a problem trying to fix the damn thing.
He doesn't want to give you the credit for the trial. He just gives you the credit for the error.
Definitely because I started this off.
I said, Tim, you got that, Tim. I said that.
He said you definitely claiming the error part.
Right, most definitely.
Jason says, I love this ring. Can y'all imagine how the next one is going to be?
I think Heather's got the right idea. I said the same thing earlier. It's going to be like a bracelet or something, man. You can't get much bigger for a finger.
I know. I'm not put it into a watch.
Yeah.
We don't try to be negative on this podcast, right? But I was just joking with the guys. If there's one thing you could have added to this ring to make it better, what would it be?
Oh, I got the perfect one. I got the perfect one.
This is gonna be good.
You ready?
Yeah.
Belt to ass. They should have put belt to ass on the inside, like this on the inside right there. So you go boom, belt to ass, because that's basically what we did throughout the whole playoffs. Belt to ass.
Okay,
I like that.
I like that. I'm gonna say that's right now. That's the winner right now. For right now.
I think I could top it. Okay. You remember years ago when Snoop Dogg brought out hologram Tupac out on stage and was rapping with him?
What you gonna do?
Hologram of
the Coachella.
That's next year. That's next year's ring, bro. Stop.
Hologram of the Tush Push comes up.
Hey, we bringing out Coachella next year, son. Bringing out Coachella next year.
Either that or you know how they do the thing for the Eagles autism where you got to go ahead and scan it. Yeah, they'll throw a scanner on there or something like that.
Yeah, little QR code.
Me, if the one thing that last championship ring, they ended up implementing the saying for the playoffs, which was the underdogs. So they threw the picture of the underdog. I would have threw the Les Hunt in there because I think that was something that big that the guys were building off of. So the fact that got left off of there, hey, it is what it is. But if I had a choice to add something on there, it would have been that.
No, I'd say that's 3 really good ones. That's 3 really good ones. I think.
What you got?
I'm just saying they could have just put BTA, bro. Just put BTA somewhere in there. Don't ask. We all know what it's about.
Tim said. Pete said. That third ring should have Kelly Green with the emerald for the green.
Well, we get to wear Kelly Green at least 4 times this year. So yeah.
Okay. My only thing that could have made the Super Bowl ring better would be if it had facial recognition. So like the only ones that get to open that automatically, the wings part would be the person that actually won it.
So it scans your face.
Pretty sick.
Like,
Yeah.
If you look at it, it goes.
That's next year. That'd be a weird thing to do, though. Like you about to punch yourself in the face, and then somebody comes
out.
Maybe you have the sensor on the back of the ring, on the back of the giant ass ring.
Yeah, also some old James Bond type Jawn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be cool because I feel like winning a Super Bowl for whoever does it is obviously the biggest pinnacle in your career. I'm not going to even name names, but some guy from my hometown who won a Super Bowl. Everybody adored this guy, but then when times were tough, he sold his Super Bowl ring.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask that question. You think that I'm not going to say let's name names and guess, but I'm saying, do you think it's possible that you see a real Eagles Super Bowl ring out on the market 20 years from now?
Yes,
sooner.
Who players be going broke, B?
I wasn't trying to say who done it. I wasn't trying to say
let's ask the question. Which player on the team would most likely to
counting pockets on the podcast is wild.
Who's most likely to
Well, I mean, someone asked like who actually gets a ring. There, some of the people that work there get the ring.
Hey,
everybody that works there.
Yeah,
Gilly got a ring. People that work there
got
get
a
a
ring,
ring.
bro.
Yeah, back when the Phillies won in 08, I knew someone that worked in concessions that got a ring.
Yeah,
like they were just giving them out.
Well,
that's love. That's love.
If you're an intern, I'm not sure if you're getting a ring, but like mostly everyone.
Hey, it's funny you say that because shout out to my cousin David. I know this is a rivalry. My cousin David actually does he runs the big machine for the ice for the Penguins, and when the Penguins won, he got a ring.
That's sick.
He got a ring. It was
Through the Penguins, though.
A couple years ago, when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, Chris Barletta, who was one of the producers, he's the one that was at our tailgate, who was videotaping Tim Armstrong acting a fool during our last tailgate. He brought his ring to our podcast, so he works on the production staff, so he got his ring. So I'm waiting to see his ring. Now, shout out to Marcus. He says, "Sup, fellas, bro, that ring is unreal."
What's up, Marcus?
I feel like Primo's already got the replica pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Primo. I'm not waiting.
He didn't tell anybody about the link.
Primo. Primo.
I always try. I test the market out first, bro.
Primo is always ahead of the curve when it comes to getting Super Bowl memorabilia. He's always ahead of the curve. Like he wishes it and he makes it happen. That's one thing about my brother.
The problem I gotta admit is that I just don't have patience. I want the shit now. You know what I mean? And then then later on, I get upset with the amount that dropped. Like, you know what I mean? Here's something I paid like $80 for that's eventually getting sold for like $15. I'm like, damn it, man! Like, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I like getting
was the first person that had the replica Super Bowl
trophy. Yeah,
and brought it to a tailgate. And then I had never realized how many people. I'm not gonna call people names, but they thought it was real, and they thought it was at the 4th and Jawn tailgate, and then some people also thought I was Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, you're lucky we're honest because we would have started charging y'all to take pictures with it.
Well, I did. I was honest that day. I told one person that I was Brian Dawkins because I was laughing. I was like, "If you believe I'm Brian Dawkins, you deserve this picture." Okay, but yeah, Prom had the first one at a tailgate, and I was like, "Bro, this is insane."
Yeah, bro. We drove. So Prime had the Super Bowl trophy. I drove with him, and we get out the car, and he's like, "Nah, wait till you see it." I didn't see it. Mind you, I sat in his crib, didn't show me nothing. We get to the damn tailgate. We're about to go walk because we parked far, and we're walking to the tailgate, and I take a picture with it. When I tell you, as soon as I posted it, I had about 50 DMs. Where the hell did you find that? Where are you? Where are you going? I'm like, bro, this is my boy. This is my boys. Not mine. It's not mine. It's not the real Jawn either. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I feel like are you guys buying? I know I'm not gonna even ask you, Tim.
What?
Are you buying a replica ring?
I am buying a replica ring. I do. And you know what? I don't have the first one, and I wanted the first one, but this one, if it got the starting as a habit, butterfly dose, hell yeah, I'm buying it. Go take my money. Just here. You're not getting one, Gail?
I'm gonna be like Evan. I'm trying to be more like Evan more.
Frugal game.
Okay.
More this year.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Bring this. I just pull up Google Images. I don't have to. I can't do this. I just pull up Google Images. Like, look at their ring.
I'm not. I like things that are like the real thing. Like it's got to be real sometimes. Like when you take a photo in front of the replica Super Bowl trophies, and then people are like, man, the other. I just saw people with the trophy down in Sea Isle. This can't be real. I'm like, there's many of them. Okay, there's only the real. Right. There's no conspiracy. They don't want you touching. They don't want your fingers on the real one. All right. But this, I just feel like when I saw the rings pop out, then I'm like, maybe I need this one. Maybe, but
it's sick. Yeah.
The ring is sick, bro. This is the best ring that you've seen in years. Let's be honest. And I don't want to throw shots at the Commander fans, but Commander fans was in my DMs, and I said something. I was like, listen, the last time you won a ring was 1992, 1993, and them damn things look like bronze. They don't even look gold. They look bronze. That's how old them damn rings are.
It was the bronze era.
Yeah, it was probably. Get on my damn nerves, man. Damn Commander fans, shut up. Out of my DMs, B.
I mean, I have a message from a Jets fan in my DMs saying his actual words. See, I'm not even lying. He said, "It's dope. It's dope." Okay, and he sent me the ring. I'm not flexing our ring to anyone. People are just sending us our ring. And
if you if your team doesn't have any gaudy ass, giant ass wristwatch rings, don't talk to us. That's all we're trying to say.
Hey, Primo,
they got pinky rings. Their rings are pinky rings.
Facts, Primo. Some certain person that we know was hating. Should I say his name?
Go ahead.
You know, Mark. Mark was hating
on the ring.
Hating on the ring. Hating on the ring. Talking about, oh, nobody cares. You do because you commented on my post and DM me.
Mark Huertas.
No, not that Mark.
Okay.
Mark Burke?
Back East Mark.
Yeah,
Back
my
East
boy
Mark. This boy Mark.
Yeah, he's a Cowboys fan too.
He's a Cowboys fan.
He's a big time hater.
I went back and looked at the older Cowboy rings just to make sure.
It's just got cobwebs on them, son.
That it was the bronze. It was the bronze and silver era, man. It wasn't no diamonds. It was just the diamond on the trophies. Everything else was just silver. You know what I mean? We talking about our rings got diamonds all over them. Like, come on, man.
Crusty, man.
If our rings are like a Lambo with Lambo doors, theirs is a Kia Sorrento.
It's a panel wagon.
I was gonna say Volkswagen, but I forgot about Evan.
Oh, they ain't even got that, bro. Them joints.
VW gangs.
When you sitting there, and you have to move your feet like this. He got one of them.
The Fred Flintstones.
The Fred Flintstone car. That's
what Flintstone joint, son.
Their ring looks tired, outdated, and you can make them. Yeah. I mean, it's a good feeling. I mean, I remember being a kid and being like, man, we ain't got none. And here we are 2 rings later.
Okay, hold on. So we're bringing this up, right? Okay. And I want to get you, please, people in the comments say something too. Packer fans. I feel like they're the only ones that say that they have 11 or 9 rings or something like that. I'm not sure. But they count their championships and their Super Bowls.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that, but the minute we do that, I mean, we're wrong. I'm with you
Yeah,
on
like
that.
we're wrong.
Yeah.
Like what is that? Like because if that's the case, we have 6, right, or 5?
Nah, we have 4. But I will say that that was an argument I used to make as a ringless man in the Super Bowl era. I've grown past that. I because I want to sit here and shit on a team for not having a Super Bowl ring now that I have the power to. You know what I mean? I don't need no Lions fans jumping down my throat. 6 of them? I thought they won.
Yeah, I'm saying we have 6.
48, 49, 60. And what else?
30. I know I'm not
the one
bugging.
is-
I know it has to be 5 or 6 rings, right?
48, 49,
1948, 49,
2,
1960. Okay.
3, 4.
But the wild thing is, when I remember back in the day when I was talking to my dad about the Eagles winning rings and stuff, he's like, "What are you talking about? I haven't seen the Eagles win a ring."
5 championships, and then they got the one
He's like, "I see my Eagles win rings."
NFC championship ring.
I was like, and I said,
Oh, okay.
"All right, you got a valid point. When you were a kid, the Eagles were good." So it's just
At what
weird
point-
that we're old. When it happened so long ago that it seems like it didn't mean anything.
It's an interesting thing to think about, though, because like think about it from your dad's perspective, Gail, who like lived through the pre-Super Bowl era. Like, at what point what was the threshold of time that passed during the Super Bowl era that where you can't start bragging about those pre-Super Bowl rings anymore? Because like Super Bowl 5, I'd still be bringing it up. Like we won
Yeah, you can call
championships
Super
less than
Bowls.
10 years ago.
Oh, it's like the Jets. It's like the Jets. The Jets won Super Bowl 3, right?
Right.
They bring up. They're like, hey, we got a ring too. You know what I mean? And if the Super Bowl is ever like in your city and you go to like the little functions, they have the rings with the teams, and like every time like you go around, you take pictures with your team, whatever. But I ain't gonna lie, when I see the Eagles ring, I'm like, yeah, I'm up there. We're up there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, can't take that. You can't take that away.
I mean, I think it's. I mean, it's. I just feel like we're in a good space as a fan base, and I'm going to bring up a question. You know, I mean, it could go either way. You know, I think we all change sometimes. I mean, have you changed as an Eagle fan since the Eagles won the second ring? Have you changed?
Absolutely.
I
got a Stanley. I got a Stanley. I'm stuck up now.
Stupid. I'm gonna say like the first ring for sure blew up my head. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I got a Super Bowl ring now. And I remember clearly I was constantly, you know, just like I am right now, but I think I'm more at like at a level where like, yo, we kind of like how the guys were the other night at their parties, you know what I mean? Like, yo, we got these rings, but I'm ready to go ahead and add more jewelry to these fingers, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at right now, where the first one, it was like, yeah, we won that shit. I'm out there like, you know, big headed and everything. And then, you know, here 8 years later, it took us to go ahead and win another one. So I don't want to go down that path. I don't want to go another 7, 8 years until we win another one. I want to win another one next year. Like that's my attitude. Like, so I'm focused to get back to work,
So
not focused on partying. Yeah. Like not focused on partying and all that stuff. I'm focused to get back to work and run this thing back. Like, you know, definitely pick up where we left off last year.
Yeah, I think Go Bird Scotland just put it a pretty good way. The first one created peace, the second one created hunger. I mean, that's kind of similar to how I feel. If I could, like, I don't think that when I think about how much the Super Bowl impacts me, I think the first one impacted me far greater than the second one did, if I'm just looking at it at face value. But they both were just incredible in their own way. I think that, like, after we won the first one, I used to have hate in my heart, man. I used to sit here and I would be pissed off just to see Tom Brady on the screen. I'm like, that bastard, fucking, you know, we should have had that back in 05, and I would just be seething. And then as soon as we were able to poetically put him to rest, but I shouldn't say that. He won 2 Super Bowls after that. But after we were able to defeat him and get revenge, I was able to just release that. I was able to just sit here and be like, you know what? I really don't give a shit about Tom Brady anymore. We got our lick back. That's all that matters to me. And then this one, I feel like because of the situation that we're in with how deep the team is, how young the team is, where we are structure wise as you know, how the roster is all filled out, there's a lot of hope. And there is a lot of looking like this team could be a dynasty. So that hunger, like I'm sitting here now, and how I've changed after the second one is I want this team to be a dynasty. The last time I was just relieved to be a champion. This time I want this team to just be one of the all-time teams that is talked about in NFL history. So I think that's how it's changed.
Tim, have you changed?
So I'm so bougie. I'm the prettiest you know what in this joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking out of my Stanley, peaky up. But you ain't got no rings, B. I wanted to give you a call, but you ain't had no rings. That's what I want to do to the Cardinal fans that live in Arizona. People that just want to talk something, say something crazy to me.
Sound like you've been picked on, man.
I've been picked on now, but now, hey, I'm 40 now. You ain't gonna be picking on me now. And you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. I felt like the real day. So, yeah, most definitely, man. Like it's the first one was like I can see now how you want it more. The second one came, I was like, this. I want this feeling again. I want this feeling again. So,
our resident Texan, Stephen Michael Puga, chimes in. He says, "I'm not as angry anymore." Martin Bird says, "A weight off every Eagle fan's shoulders now to build on the ring collection."
And if we're able to turn this team into a dynasty, I mean, all of us grew up with, you know, it doesn't matter how old we were. We all grew up with similar childhoods as far as if you had fans that were non-Eagles fans, you're hearing about the empty trophy case, blah, 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 blah. Cowboys continue to suck year after year. And as we just chip away at that all-time Super Bowl lead, man, yeah, I'll tell you what, when we finally surpass them, that is going to be there's decades of shit talk to make up for.
Well, I mean, I feel like they're just so far back, and they realize how their fan base, they realize how their franchise is being run into the ground by their owner, and I'm glad that Jerry Jones is alive.
The comments today.
Well, I think I
love it.
Make sure he's as healthy as he can be, so he can
eat your Wheaties, B. Finish your
breakfast. I had a pretty serious back and forth, not with my brother, but with another Cowboys fan. And I mean, I remember those 90s like it was yesterday. My pops, being with my pops on the everyday occasion, watching football, him being a Cowboys fan, they were riding the waves high those years at that era. And I mean, like, they had a decent squad, but the argument that I got into with this person the other day, like, it got a little hostile and everything. And then I told him, like, look, man, like, we got our shit together. And don't be surprised. Like, we already won the one ring. We just won the second one. We're about to go ahead and run this shit back on everybody in this division, in this league. They didn't want that. And now they're about to get that. You know, talking about the dynasty, like, it's time to bring that word into the conversation. But I ended it with, like, you know, it's going so good for us because we playing as a team and we playing the proper way. Back in the day, I ended this argument, but jokingly at the same time, but he didn't take it too well. Like I said back then, they didn't have drug testing back then. back then, you could get away with whatever you wanted. You know what I mean? Go talk to Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, all those guys. Whatever they had to do to get around us. We're drinking C4s, Red Bulls, and Gatorades. That's how we getting through. We're not going to talk about how y'all got through. So, you know what I mean? Y'all had y'all fun. Y'all enjoyed yourselves. It is what it is. But look, man, like this is a whole new era. Y'all not messing with us. I don't care how much y'all talk. Every year it's the same shit with you guys. And I'm okay. I'm at peace because it's your problem, not our problem, man.
I gotta say one more thing.
We went through the downs. You know what I mean? In those 90s where we sucked. so bad, so bad. You know, and Evan, you were just getting, you know, you were born into when we just like kind of started rising, and then we did go back down for a little bit, but then now it's just going
Been a
straight
great
up,
ride,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Post
Yeah,
Chip Kelly,
yeah.
it's been a ride.
For sure. I have to say one thing though. I gotta say one thing. So I'm sorry, Gail. RP to that damn Cowboys, Redskins, Giants, Eagles 3 candy cane or the ring pop memes. I used to get so tired of seeing that damn meme, and now that we got 2, deaf to it. I couldn't stand that damn meme. All them damn Cowboy fans, Giant fans used to send that to me all the time, bro. Oh,
I mean, you couldn't really say anything. I mean, you just had to take it.
No.
And
yeah,
I like to report that I have 2 changed since the Super Bowl ring. But I think when we won the first one, I was like, man, like if World War III happened and we had one, I'm like, all right, it happened.
At least we got it.
Well, the Super Bowl happened.
we got one.
It's cool, whatever.
Got one.
And then it was me, Nady, and Jawn and Malik. We were sitting on the golf course. We said the same thing. I said, hey, if World War III happened again, at least we got 2. At least we got the last one. I mean, I do feel like I'm not as anxious as I used to be. I mean, obviously, everyone has anxiety about stupid things, but like, I mean, I felt like getting that second one was like, wow, and the way that we did it, and the fashion we did it, and now the way that we're just responding, and the way that the conversations are happening with the players, and you see what a Super Bowl roster looks like, and a dynasty formulating. Now I'm like, I want another one badly.
I think subconsciously, a big thing that plays in this is just how we have had. I know that we've had, a lot of turnover as far as head coaches, coordinators, all that stuff. But when you look at the front office and Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, that's been pretty consistent for the better part of going on almost 3 decades now. And for a long time, Howie Roseman, he swung and he would hit a home run, and then he would just 3 straight years grounded into a double play. And there was a lot of Eagles fans that they didn't know what to make of him. But now this is a guy that has built up 2 different Super Bowl winning rosters with 2 different teams, with 2 different head coaches. And I think a lot of Eagles fans, including myself, like Howie Roseman, he retires today. He's already by far the most successful Eagles GM we've ever had. He's hungry to get in the Hall of Fame as a GM. And I think that there is a great comfortability that Eagles fans have now that he has had all the success that he's had in just being able to trust Howie. There is this Howie Roseman makes a move that would be controversial. But guess what? Howie Roseman does that and he wins championships. So there's a comfortability there now.
Now, Pete Davidson says, now when you say you're an Eagles fan, people got more respect for you, or when they see you in Eagles gear, they say, man, I was rooting for y'all in the Super Bowl. And, obviously, I went on vacation last week, and there was a lot of Eagle fans, low key, that I was running to all over the place. And what Pete, you're saying, a lot of people were rooting for us. And the other part of the business is our 2 Super Bowls weren't against some average backup quarterback who just slipped in to play that game, or like some random generic quarterback. This is the Chiefs, who were talking about 3-peats. This is Tom Brady and the Patriots and Bill Belichick. These are the 2 best. So when you talk about the Super Bowls that we have won as a franchise and a fan base, you can say wholeheartedly that you beat 2 of the best franchises to get those Super Bowl rings. It wasn't
took down 2 dynasties in their prime, like all-time players. Like Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes already is probably a top 5 quarterback that's ever played this game. And we've got a Super Bowl against both of them. So
Now Heather makes a comment where I was kind of like also alluding to in a way where things have changed. She said, Heather says, now we have to deal with these bandwagon fans. Though. I mean, again, I was in Oregon. I was happy to see another Eagle fan in the Target, and I said, head nod, go Birds, and he was like,
Yeah.
Come on, man.
yeah.
All right. With the Hurts jersey on, and I'm like, bro, you're supposed to say go Birds back.
Yeah.
And then I spent like a good 5 seconds looking at him like, and he was like, had no idea what to say.
So, and I'm not. I hate to say
You're
this.
about to defend West Coast people. Go ahead.
He is.
Yes, yes, yes.
Come on, man.
West Coast people don't know like the culture
Yeah,
that we
beach
have.
and sunshine. That's what they know.
I'm just saying.
Nope.
I know, Primo.
No
I know.
excuse.
I know.
Nope.
Primo. Just let me finish.
I'm letting you finish.
Let me finish. They don't know how we do back in Philly, Jersey, Delaware, the in that tri-state area of like where we are from. So trust me, I live in Arizona and I see a lot of like jerseys and they'll be like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I'm like, yeah, "I'm from Jersey. I'm from Jersey, Philly." They're like, "Oh, that's super cool, man. I like Jaylen Hurts." I'm like, "Okay, that's go Birds." They're like, "Go Eagles." I'm like, "Oh." So they don't know. I'm sorry.
You should. If you're a diehard, you should.
Yeah,
you should.
we've been playing this game long enough, man. I
know.
Can't give him a pass no more, man.
See, Go Birds Scotland
I
says, I got a Go Birds last weekend from a Philly lady in Edinburgh, Scotland. Nothing made me more proud. We worldwide. See?
I'll tell you what. I remember when we went out to Kansas City, and we beat them out there in the rain during the regular season. I was going back and forth with a KC fan, and you talk about bandwagon fans, and he was talking about their Super Bowls, and he completely forgot about the Super Bowls that they had, the Super Bowl that they had years ago. And he just wasn't even counting, and I had to sit there and educate him on his own team about how many Super Bowls they have.
Speaking of,
you're sitting here talking shit to me. You don't know how many championships.
Yeah, you get into these arguments with a lot of these fans too, and at a lot of these away games that we go to, because they really don't even know nothing about their teams. I mean, like I've explained more than enough times how it is actually in Dallas. Like they argue amongst themselves. Old school versus new school. You don't even got to argue with them. You can just sit back and watch all the argument. It is. But like I experienced that a whole lot last year as well, Evan. Like a lot of the road trips that we took, we were getting arguments with fans that just don't have their stats correct. Like it's like they started watching football the week before and just, lucked out and got a ticket to the game, to either impress the little girlie that you're with that day or mom and dad handed down a ticket to you to go. Like, come on, man. Like, can I get somebody else? Like I even said that. Is there anybody else that wants to come and argue with me right now? Because this is horrible. It is. And then going back to the Go Birds, man. Like, yeah, like I said, Tim, like we've been down this road long enough, man. I know there just ain't no more excuses. And don't get me wrong, like I've heard that, especially when somebody repeats back to you, "Go Eagles." It's like I smack myself in the head. Like, did he really just say that?
Like I gave you the line, man.
Like,
I gave you the line.
Yo,
all you gotta do
it's like an unwritten rule for us Eagle fans, bro. If I say "Go Birds," you say "Go Birds." Like they go Eagles, I just go, "Oh man!" And then my wife will be like, she's not a fan. My wife be like, "Yeah, you ain't no real fan." And my wife,
well, the other thing is like on the West Coast, Eagle fans in the link, this would never. I mean, you might hear on it like on an open practice, but like West Coast Eagle fans. I've noticed this. Would say, "Let's go Eagles, let's go Eagles," and that happens.
That's a generic because that's a generic stadium chant rhythm. You know what I mean?
Man, that's so
like you could do that with it.
embarrassing.
Let's go Phillies. Let's go whatever.
Yeah.
It's not how it goes in the lynch, man.
Shout out to Dave. He says, "You guys going to KC? I got my tickets. I'm definitely going to be in KC. I think it's a time to be alive.
But KC is a fun time, for real. KC is great, and the food, killer.
Dave, if you want to meet up and get some barbecue, it's a perfect city to do so. But shout out to Philly Sports Trips. This is a 2025 Birds takeover season. Not like it's not a takeover season every year, but Buffalo, Dallas, Green Bay, Los Angeles, Minnesota, New York, Tampa Bay, Washington, and last but not least, Kansas City. But first up on the track is the Kansas City game. Is the first away trip. So I mean, obviously, if you're trying to go, link up with us. Some Eagle fans that'll be out there. Make sure you hit up Philly Sports Trips and book some tickets, man. Have a good time. Everything will be all taken care of. They got the tailgate. They got the flights. They got the game tickets. We have LaShawn McCoy in Los Angeles, Todd Harriman's in Green Bay. We got Lido and we got Hollis Thomas down there in Tampa Bay. Unfortunately, Tampa Bay, I'm tired of Tampa Bay. Just gonna say it now. I hate that city with a passion. Not a bad way. Like I don't.
What is the good way to hate something with a passion?
I celebrate
for real.
I celebrate you loving your city, but I hate Tampa Bay. It is so hot.
Dog, we about to get some hate mail in this joint.
I love Tampa. I love the people in Tampa.
Yeah, it's not like Arizona, Tim. It's not dry heat in Tampa. It's a very wet.
Yeah. I'm good. Trust me. I just went to Kentucky and
you can go to AZ and watch a game and not die of heat exhaustion.
But it's 100 degrees out because
everything is in AC. Everything is AC.
Yeah, AC.
Exactly. Then where does the NFL protection of players in week 3, 1 through 4 not think like heat exhaustion? Someone could die out there.
Right.
I don't understand
come
how.
over the rule.
Not only do we play Tampa in Tampa every year, but it's in September every year. How does that happen? Like it's like 4 years in a row now. Like this is ridiculous.
Right. It's conspiracy. Gotta ask questions.
What we playing them,
bro. They did us dirty this year, so there ain't nothing we can say. They did us dirty this year. No back-to-back home games. That's wild, B. It's wild.
Javier is going to the Chargers Eagles game. Now, I do think it's really weird as a as the Super Bowl champion. You're fighting with the crown on, right? Why the hell do we have back-to-back? Like every week we're on the road.
I mean, they're trying to catch us off guard, man.
It's a tough scene, right? I mean, again, not the record aside, just being on the road every other week. It's a lot.
I have a question, Gail. Do you think we're the most hated franchise?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I think so.
Okay.
You?
Pretty much.
You?
Yes. Yeah. I feel like we are the most the most hated fan base.
We're the most wanted list.
Yeah, nobody likes us, but
I could, and it's not even for the sake of the saying, but I could give a shit what everybody else,
right.
other fan base thinks.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care.
I'll get louder.
Bogus,
I'll get
bro.
more annoying when we win. I don't give a shit, man.
You think how many times people say we ass, we trash, we ain't shit, our quarterback ain't shit, Saquon Barkley gonna get hurt, AJ Brown and Devontae can't work together, AJ and Jaylen can't work together. I don't give a shit, man. Like, okay, the proof is in the pudding. These boys can go ahead and prove everybody wrong week in, week out. All right? You think I don't respond? That's the way I respond. When they go ahead and make the noise throughout the game, Then they get that text from me. Hey,
I also
sir,
love
looks like they're working out pretty good for me.
Like they're literally celebrating their Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
We have to say like, and again, I'm like, part of it's like, I guess everyone needs clicks, and the fact of the matter is everyone has to respond to everyone's ranking or list of where Jalen Hurts is at, or if you think he's elite or not.
Man.
Like, why does it like, and now that Eagle fans, regardless if you have a platform or not, dog, like, do we have to entertain this every week?
You don't.
That's
the thing.
the thing. That's the thing I want to say.
I see so many
People
Eagles
stop
fans
responding.
I see so many Eagles fans going back and forth with Bengals fans. The Bengals ain't done shit in half a decade. What are you guys doing? Okay, they got Pretty Boy Joe slinging the rock around. What's he done? But weren't they like 500 last year? Who are you talking shit to?
Well, and the fact that, again, like you talk about Lamar, you talk about all these, none of them have rings.
Yeah.
And he's like 15 and 2 against all of them.
And I also understand how the Eagles by far have, the best offensive line and run game. Sorry, get good. Every GM has the opportunity to offer money to players. Figure it out. And on top of that, like, I love the conversation. I've seen so many times this week, Joe Burrow would have 6,000 yards with, this offense. But like, you got Jamar Chase, who you went to college with, who's the highest paid wideout in the league.
You were supposed to do that with that wide receiver duo years ago. What happened?
You're trying to make
nobody's talking about when he had Joe Mixon.
That's what I mean. Like, you're trying to sit here and make the argument that Joe Burrow would do this and that. Like, he's got the weapons, bro. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's just and then you get Cam Newton and his Harry Potter fits.
Oh my god!
Like,
where does he shop for hats, bro?
Bro. At what point do you? We don't need
mount me hats. His mount me hats.
Like, you didn't win the Super Bowl.
Over here look like a Mad Hatter.
Jalen is winning the Super Bowl. I know you care about Fitz. He's on the cover of GQ. What else you want? He's got a Jordan brand deal.
You want to be him, bro?
Jalen would have dove on the ball, bro.
He's got all he needs is 21 more touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, and he's going to beat your career record for rushing TDs. I think there's hate that he's not the Russian.
But he's literally on record talking about, like, a couple years ago about how running quarterbacks like Jaylen Hurts their rushing yards and their contributions don't show up the same way in the stat sheet as like their passing yards that everybody likes to point to. And he even mentioned something about how, a 15-yard run in the stat sheet might not look like, anything special, but given that moment in the game, like, it was a backbreaker. You know what I mean? It could have been like a 3rd and 7, and all of a sudden he just takes off and gets 15 yards. And it's like, that is the thing that just breaks the will of a defense that Jalen Hurts brings to the table. Right. Like, he figures out a way to get the job done, and that's why he wins, man.
And people
but I think
back in the day, like, no one ever said nothing about Joe Montana winning with Jerry Rice and John Taylor, Deion Sanders, like, nobody, like
Peyton Manning.
Nobody
said nothing about Peyton Manning, bro.
No one says nothing about it. I mean, Randy Moss and Tom Brady didn't play together in the Super Bowl.
They lost that Super Bowl.
But they lost. They lost.
Yeah, they lost the Super
Bowl to a Giants team. But it's the fact that we have to. And again,
Tom Brady really did kind of do it with, he had Gronk and like Edelman.
Gronk's pretty gronky.
Yeah.
Gronk was nice though, bro. Come out.
The defenses were great.
Nice.
The defenses were good.
But again, I'm never gonna go back and say something about them winning the Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl. They did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't go back and be like, that was trash.
You know what's crazy though? It's like the disrespect that people like want to put on Jalen, and like, for instance, they're like comparing him to Trent Dilfer. I'm like, bro. Like, Come on, bro. Like
Bro,
this
I've
dude
seen
was
people.
airing it out, bro. I just don't understand it. It's so annoying, and especially but shout out for Ryan Clark. You forgot your cape. That's why you didn't jump on the ball. You forgot your cape, and you got beat up. You got beat up. Like they packed you up, son, and you didn't win. And you was crying. You didn't want to talk. Like it's just whack, bro. I can't stand it.
They're just going after clickbait, man. I've seen something earlier
every year.
I've seen something earlier this week that was somebody, one of the analysts had put out top 10 QBs and had Matt Stafford over Hurts. And it's just like, how you talk about, what is he, 36 at this point? Shell of himself, Matt Stafford. I understand he won a Super Bowl, a few years ago.
Had an all-star cast. Here's another one that had an all-star cast.
Yeah, dude. He had insane
defense. Yo, bro, he had guys like it was like NBA, like the Miami Heat, with the Rams that year in 2020. OBJ got let go by the Browns. He goes and joined. Come on,
Cup, yeah,
out of here.
Yeah.
Cup.
For real, get out of here with that.
We got to hear from Chris Sims. Well, who we still have to hear from Chris Sims this year?
There's a lot to be said about it.
List.
I just they hate is just gonna continue, man. It's just every day. It's like Ev said, man. It's just all for for bait. Like that's all these guys do. They just trying to find a reason. And Cam Newton is definitely one that should not be talking, man. Like, yo, I love the back and forth between him and Ryan Clark because Ryan Clark puts him in his place. Like every time. He just sounds silly. He's a big time hater, man. Like you had the opportunity to be where Jaylen's at right now, and you messed it up. You sucked. You know what I mean? You became ass. And you know what I mean? You ass dressing up, you ass commentating, you just ass in general. Like, and God, I would love for him to come and make an appearance at Lincoln Financial Field because I would love to go right up to him and say, "Go Birds, go Birds." Jaylen's better than you. Will always be better.
Remember at the youth football camp where
I know. Oh yeah, I know easily somebody could get under his skin, and I would love to test the waters. I really would.
Them young bulls at his head. And one thing's for sure is this talk about what Jaylen is not top 10 and he's not this and he's not that top 5. All this is fuel for Jaylen. This is all this is. Going on a resort, doing a little Jordan brand thing, talking to the GOAT. This is all just going to fuel him up. That's all it's going to do. And then Jaylen's going to be better than what he is before.
But that's the whole beauty of it. Our quarterback doesn't care. He does things his own way. He's humble. He's hungry. And you see it. I'm not saying that to say that. We met him a couple times, and the energy has been consistent year in, year out. Everything that we hear from the players about what Jaylen is in the locker room and who he is, it's consistent year in, year out. And people talk about, I don't care about if someone give me, I don't care about a 1 to 10 list. He's the perfect QB for Philadelphia.
Definitely.
I mean, there's not a lot of players can play in quarterback in Philly and deal with the amount of negativity and all that stuff. He deals with it. He goes to Super Bowls, and fortunately for us, he won one just recently. So at the end of the day, I'm feeling great about our.
Yeah, I mean, right. And I'm with you, man. I'm feeling real good. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care where Jaylen Hurts is on these ratings. I don't care where any of my players are at on these ratings. There was some chirp about, the fact that AJ, Devontae, Lane Johnsons, they didn't get put into a category where they belong. I don't care, man. These guys know what they're capable of doing. We know what they're capable of doing. This fan base knows what they're capable of doing. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that, man. At the end of the day, you see what they're doing. They just got finished partying with the championship ring. Like, that's what I want. That's what these guys are capable of doing. Coming together as a team and winning chips. Fuck everything else. Like, for real, man. The stats and everything is not going to go ahead and get us the glory that, as this fan base deserves and wants. It's not the stats. It's, the reality, and that's them being champions. That's what we want, and I'm grateful. So I don't give a shit about any of that, man.
It's funny to say about stats. We had a 2K season from Barkley. It was kind of like half the fan base wanted the records and half did. Half didn't care. And then, but at the end of the day, we got the 2K and we got the Super Bowl. And at the end of the day, stats don't matter really. It's really about you know, a Super Bowl. And like I think watching them celebrate with the ring kind of centered me in as a fan, just being like, wow, this is why this is something you can feel. It's you can bring this home, put on up on your trophy case, and then they can reset and like, let's go. Camp starts this week. Let's go. But what you got in your hand, and you know that the real ones know if you see some Eagle fans who might be fake ones, and if they don't know who the man on the right is, then that is your trivia question. That will easily tell you if they're a real one or not. That's Rick Lovato.
I know who that is. That's
Okay.
Gail Saunders.
Okay. I changed my color over there on the right. It's Rick Lovato, man.
You got a
Friend of the
picture
show.
up?
Rick Lovato. You can't see it?
No, there's no picture up. Not for me, at least.
No, I didn't see it. Sorry.
You can't see that, F?
I saw it.
Oh, you did? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe I just got the
I
bad
saw it.
connection. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I got bad
Right
connection.
It's
Oh, there you
I
go.
see it.
Okay, I see it.
There we
Yeah.
go.
So
Yo, no one talk about how Jake Elliott looked like he just killed the waitress in the bathroom. Like, what the
Yo, he was looking
Yeah.
like that the whole night. The whole night. I was like, yo,
Murder,
this guy's
she
eyes
rolled.
are like lit. He
For
is
real.
lit.
Yo, he was on that Ciroc.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to walk around yesterday at the game, man. Like, yo, bro, I wasn't gonna hesitate. The guys were like, yo, are you gonna ask him? Are you gonna ask him? Hell yeah, I'm gonna ask him. Can you go back to the house and go get the ring? Like, can I see the ring? Hell yeah, I was ready to ask him.
You saw him at the Kelsey event. He was on the 18. By the way, he can play golf, bro.
Yeah, he's a ridiculous golfer.
And we were talking
Oh,
mad
he's
shit.
an athlete, bro.
And then I don't know, Nady, God bless you, but like he said, went up to him and said, "Hey, at least he's like, look who we have here, the second best kicker in the Eagles' history." And then Jake Elliott goes and hits a bang,
Murders the ball.
murders the ball, no flinch in his game. And I asked him about the ring. I said,
Did he
"Hey,
turn around and say something back to Nady?
oh yeah, he saw he gave it back. He gave it back, and that was the fun part."
Dope.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be very interesting. We got some pods coming up. Camp is coming right around the corner. They report on the 22nd. First practice will be 23rd. So we'll have something to talk about. All this other stuff that people have been talking about really doesn't matter. The Eagles are football champions. Now the real stuff happens. This is all the fun stuff. This is we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Yeah, I mean, this podcast was really just about talking about the ring, a reaction to the ring, seeing our players excited, seeing you guys excited. I know, we're texting back and forth. All these people are, hitting us back and forth about see the ring. We got a sneak peek of the ring from Helena.
Pop out wings are crazy.
That ring was nice. And I just love seeing all the young players' reactions to the rings. Hopefully, it's changed them in a good way. The older players got theirs, and they can walk off in the sunset with Brandon Graham. I feel like that's a great moment. And seeing him happy is making me happy. But before we get out of here, I want you to say it with your chest. Has anything happened this week where you had to say it with your chest?
I did. I had a couple say it with my chest. I said no to the dog that I ended up adopting earlier this week when she pooped on my floor. Had to really enunciate that and say it with my chest. But yeah.
Do we have a name?
We do. Her name is Lucy. I could pull up a picture. But honestly, just a quick story. She was found That's the most recent picture, actually. There's a little babushka woman, but she was found tied to a fence down in Wissinoming Park by my girlfriend's brother, and we took her to a shelter, and she was super nice, and we said we maybe want to adopt her, but they gave her all the medical treatment she needed. She got fixed, and then we went and adopted her, and she has been amazing. She's the most docile, gentle dog, like leash trained like crazy. She doesn't even need a leash. She just stays right by my side all the time. She's obsessed with me, and it's great, going great. She gets along with the cat. Her and the cat get along great.
Is she with you right now?
She's not. She's downstairs. She was just eating, but yeah, she's extremely malnourished. The vet was saying she's still a puppy. She's like just turned a year old, they think.
Okay.
But she was supposed to be between 65 and 70 pounds right now, and she was 37 when we took her in.
Nice.
So that's a good thing you did there, man. That's
skin and
what's up.
bones.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, no, she's awesome. She's gonna be a member of the family, so we're excited for that.
This guy, he's got he's a man of the animals, just as he's the man of the people.
Do love the animals. That is true.
Well,
I gotta play Sarah McLachlan music.
Say your chest, Primo, Tim, anything?
Yeah. Congratulations to my daughter in the Smoking Aces.
That's not saying with your chest, bro.
That's saying with my chest, bro. That's my baby. It's my daughter.
All right.
Yeah, it was super dope to see my daughter on a platform where the lights, the smoke, the action, and it looked like my daughter was she looked like a superstar. She straight, bro. It was like, dude, she looked like a superstar, bro. My big ass was crying, watching her. And she was she lit it up. They got 4th place, which is great because out of I think it was 48 teams, they were top 5. So super dope, man. Yeah, this is national. So this is in Kentucky. It was University of Kentucky. Kentucky is dope. If anybody gets a chance, check out their barbecue. I still have Memphis at 1, and then I'll go with Kentucky, and then I gotta go with Texas. I have to go Houston and then Dallas for my top 4. I haven't been to KC though, but shout out to my baby, man. She's so dope, bro.
Congratulations. Let our niece know we send our love and
I appreciate it, man. I really do, man.
She said she wants to get paid in Jordans, if anyone.
Man. Today she started school. Today was her first day of 5th grade. And she was like, "Dad," I was like, "What shoes you wearing?" "Oh, I'm wearing my white cements." I was like, "Oh, okay. So we coming off the ropes. Okay, all right." So shout out to my baby, man. Shout out to my baby. And then the other thing off my chest, can y'all chill off Jaylen with not wearing the ring? Just chill, bro. Like let him be him. Let him be great. Chill.
Do we know that he didn't? Do we know that he didn't wear the ring?
I don't know. Everybody is bugging. It's weird energy. You ask me, bro. It's weird.
Why don't you ask Lucy?
Lucy. I see the resemblance.
Yeah.
Lucy's like, yeah, I just had me a fat steak.
Facts.
Living large.
That's what's up, man.
Oh man. Primo, say what you chest, anything that
no, nothing really sticks out, man. Everything's blessing right now. I got no hate right now, so I hope to keep it that way for a long time.
No.
I say with my chest moment. I'm gonna say Mark Bird is a real one. Was out in Cali, but made my way up to Oregon. Now, shout out to Mark Bird. Mark Bird is the resident Oregonian, biggest Eagles fan in Oregon. It took me around his stomping grounds, and not only did we just, he took me to the Oregon Duck shops, took me to campus, and then like a real one, we snuck onto the into the facilities of University of Oregon. never leave the door open.
A little
If you're,
B&E.
if
The
you're
Vimero combination is wild.
Sheesh. We had the Vimero. We had to bring the duck spirit, but we snuck into the facilities, and then the door to the stadium was wide open. So Mark's like, "Let's go." I said, "Okay." So we're walking down. We're walking down the where they come on the field, and then we run into like I guess the track or the women's softball team. So we hightailed it back up to the inside the stadium. Saw Mark Mariota's shrine in there, which was super cool, and then saw a pair of cleats. Wanted to take.
What could have been?
I
What
left
could
the
have been?
cleats.
Every time I think.
We know Oregon has everything Nike. They had heat censored cleats where you touch it and it changes color. I said,
Wow.
"What?" And then Mark looked at me and he's like, "I said, you should take those, Mark." And he, like a good person that he is, he said, "No, I'm not going to do that." He said,
Good choice, Mark.
There's cameras here. But it was like the perfect opportunity. But I appreciate you showing us around Oregon. It was a great time. Me and Amanda had a great time. We got into the track stadium too. If you don't know track, Oregon and Nike go hand in hand. That was phenomenal. And if it wasn't for Mark Bird, he talked to the security guard into letting us in there too.
Wow, Mark Bird's got some pull.
He's got some.
I have a question, Gil. Was there like a big shrine of Prefontaine? Like anything with Prefontaine or just Bowman?
Like a big stop pre. I went to see Prefontaine's high school.
Yeah.
And shout out to Tim's family, mother-in-law, and father-in-law. He told me about it. He told me about his family being in Oregon, and they took us in. They showed us around their town. So I have to say a big thank you to them for being so hospitable. That brought us out to lunch. Real ones.
Nice. Right.
Real ones.
Shout out to my in-laws.
We got invited to Thanksgiving.
Yo, if you come to Thanksgiving, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a blast. You'll love it, bro. You'll love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, the vacation was awesome. Real short. Saw whales, rode horses, saw big-ass trees, saw the Oregon Ducks, saw the whole coast. Do it in your lifetime. It's one of those things that you will not regret. Just seeing the coast. We don't see none of that stuff on the East Coast. Not like what I saw this week. I'm walking around and a big ass elk walks by me as I'm leaving the beach.
You saw an elk?
Word?
An elk.
Them things are big as hell, man.
I'm
like everything popped out for you when you went to Oregon. I've been to Oregon like 20 times, bro. I damn near lived there for my in-laws. I don't never see whales and shit.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
Chilling. You didn't have your bow and arrow on you?
This guy. Yeah, man.
Big ass target.
I did hug a big ass tree. These trees are 40 feet wide out there, dog.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That's
pretty crazy.
Incredible. And then one of their Oregon coaches was like, "Is don't we have one of your receivers?" And we had to let him know that he was cut.
Who?
Track star. Remember the track star? We had to talk.
Devin Allen.
Devin Allen, right?
Allen.
Yep. So I'm a good time overall. Good time overall. But before we get out of here, we want to give a big shout out to everyone in the comments. We want to give a shout out to Bud Light for holding us down. Shout out to Red Bull, and shout out to Cefelli's Pizza that holds Evan down during these tailgates. Shout out to resident DJ Lowski, looking sharp. Make sure you go check him out in Cape May. He's got a lot of great parties going on this year, so make sure you hit him up. Hit up Crafty Jawn at craftyjawn.com for some more chains, and hit up Jesse Wines at Wines Creative for all your graphic needs if you need some graphics. But last word, we'll go with you, Tim, before we get out of here. Last word.
Shout out to Marcus for sending me the Super Bowl replica. You get both of them, so Super Bowl 1 and 2 rings, and the sizing is right there. So shout out to you. Yo, camp is around the corner. Let's go. The way that this thing fell it started in the season, I'm going to say when we lost in Arizona, we lost the Super Bowl. There is a purpose. There's a reason why we are the Super Bowl champions. 23, the bottom fell out, but it created something, and it created a bond with these guys. And Saquon was definitely one of the missing pieces. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. Going forward, man, this team is battle tested and they're ready to go. And you haven't even seen the defense. The defense is going to be better than ever now. And shout out to Makuba for signing them. And then we got all our guys there. So let's go. Go Birds.
Last word, Primo.
Yeah, we are a few days away from camp starting. Like I said, just keep this train rolling. The rings definitely got us rejuvenated to get back there to the promised land, and add more jewelry to these fingers. I'm excited to see these boys go to work. Again, I mentioned earlier, not really worrying about the missing pieces that people are worried about. I'm not worried about nothing. I think we filled in the gaps just perfectly. Best of luck to those people that, weren't able to stick around. It is what it is. It's part of the business. But, we got to continue and move on and do what we do best. And that's, as of lately, win championships. So I'm ready to go ahead and bring another one. And then I, on a personal note, would like to ask for everybody's prayers and all this stuff. I'm going to be going through my first surgery ever tomorrow. I tore my bicep during the baseball season, so I got to get it repaired. So I will be, out of commission for a little bit. It's my right arm. Yeah, it's my right arm. So, that's definitely going to go ahead and be a hurt piece. But, I'm going to try to make it through. I want to give a shout out to my wife, who's been my rock these past few weeks holding me down. Full recovery is going to be 6 months, but a month and a half on the sling, and then after that, we'll start talking about personal training and stuff like that, just to get me back to where I want to be. So that's the part I'm looking forward to.
Atrophy's a pain in the ass, man. Definitely stay up with the rehab. You got to do the rehab. It could be fucking.
Wear the pad. Wear the pad.
I already got all that. I got fitted. I fitted for that the other day.
I tore mine. I tore my bicep. They went down in there, picked the bicep up, and they connected to the bone. So
yeah, this shit's wild, bro. The way this thing is flinging in there, it's. But yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a little bit of time. But I'm just looking to get back to 100%. That's my goal, man. It's just to being back to where I'm at. So,
prayers, bro. Prayers.
Adam Schefter just sent out a tweet. He said that Primo is gonna start the tailgate season on the pub list.
Oh, pub list.
Do everything I gotta do to go ahead and be a part of it.
Primo's got a mouth, so he can coach anyone to do what he does.
I started reaching out to people already.
We're gonna get him a megaphone.
We're covered.
Hey, move it to the right, to the left. Shout out to everyone in the comments. Shout out to Pete Nathan. He's going to get married this Friday. So not only
what's up, Pete? That's what's up,
bro.
Pete's getting his ring. Mark Bird told me that you were in San Francisco, and I didn't realize I was in your town. I would have stopped by. I did stop by the Full House, Painted Ladies.
Oh, word.
The Wine and Street.
I didn't share anything. I'll share something soon. But shout out to everybody in the comments. I mean, Ev, did you get your last word in?
No. Mine's kind of important too. I need lawyers, whoever could tell me stupid. What are my legal grounds to use a flamethrower in my backyard? Because these mosquitoes, I got to tell you, I've been taking this dog out to go to the bathroom, and the mosquitoes are kicking my ass right now. If anyone has a better solution than a flamethrower, I'm all ears. Okay, cool. But am I within my legal grounds to start spraying fire and napalm everywhere?
There's ways to do it, man. Talk to Amanda. She got something for you.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah,
if you do one of them big, spray, you're gonna kill all the insects in the yard. I'm just saying.
I need something pet safe now too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I was thinking scorched earth. I don't know.
We got you, man. There's see lavender.
Lemongrass.
Lavender, yeah,
Okay.
lavender does play a part.
Right.
You have the
Plant some lavender.
citronella you can put in the yard. You can also burn the candles.
Mosquito coils.
Don't bomb the yard and kill all the insects. Just because he said a flamethrower. See, Will says, "Yep, spray that lemongrass." See, we got some homeowners in here. Okay. Also, big shout out to we lost a Super Bowl champion. Shout out to Brian Brayman. If you didn't follow his story, battled a rare form of cancer. At 38 years old, I mean, that's incredibly young to go. I think it's funny because he's a one. There's everyone who follows the Eagles, he had a role on this team. And
He was a special teams stud, man.
Yeah, and you saw the energy that he brought to the table. Like,
loved his energy.
And it's funny because we see random players every year. We'll talk about players that are role players that make plays that stick with you. And he's a guy that constantly would make plays on special teams. His story was crazy. His battle with addiction before even getting into the NFL, dropping out of college, and his story was crazy. If people remember the play when he was on the Texans where he hit the guy, his helmet had fell off, but he said, "Nah, bro, I don't care." Like, he was a wild one, and just to
tackle the fire hydrant, bro. Tackle the fire hydrant.
Yeah, the dude was he was a real one, and we appreciate all his services.
Rest in peace, man. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Definitely.
But other than that, I mean, I think again, appreciate you guys in the comments. Real football talk is coming. We'll see you guys in the next one. As always, it's Fly Eagles Fly.
Big time.